What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on PrizePicks. This time we have plays for NBA Thursday. I got a few plays in this video. Before we get into any of that, if you guys could drop a like on this one, it would help me out a lot. Literally takes 2 seconds. It's completely free, so go ahead and do that. It helps me out a lot. And now let's move into the recap from Wednesday. So Wednesday was an interesting day, guys. We actually ended up cashing out this taco play on Wednesday, which sounds weird, but the first taco on Tuesday actually ended up rebooting, so they gave us this Anthony Edwards one. We paired it with Tatum, and this was easy 3x on the VIP. Everybody should have nailed that one. And then this was the free play of the day. LaMelo on the under actually ended up pushing. I really liked that play, so I'm glad we did go under there, but Zach Edey did not have a great game here. It was a close one against Utah, so really he should have gone over, but 4 rebounds in the whole game is kind of just embarrassing for him. That is not the look we wanted right there. Then with the rest of our VIP plays, I mean, we didn't actually take that many plays. This was one that we took that was just opposite correlation, which means this is good to see because you're seeing red. And I always say this on my videos, guys. When we're taking correlation strategies like this, which is almost every single time, you either want to see green or red. And why do we want to see red? You'd be like, well, why would you want to miss 4 out of 4 of your bets? That sounds like a dumb thing to say. But the reason why this is good is because this means it's correlated. If we had just taken the other side of this, we would have easily cashed. And look how close these lines are on the bar. That means that these guys are gaining kills at the same rate. And right as the game ends, they're both going to either go over or go under together. So this one, we took the overs. We thought this was going to be a closer game. And it was literally like 1 game away from going into overtime. And when games go into overtime, usually the overs hit. It was literally 1 round away from going into overtime and it missed. So that is why this one went on the under. And this one was also very similar as well. The first map was very one-sided, but the second map was literally 1 round away from going into overtime. And when things go into overtime, you guys will likely get more game time, which means more kills, more headshots, all that stuff. So that is unfortunate on those two, but at least we're seeing red. And then this was this was a taco play I gave out. We took some more correlation. We got the unders right. This was a correct correlated play right here. But this guy literally just went over by 2 kills. And I mean, that happens sometimes, right? That's just sports betting. If you guys are not willing to take a close loss here and there, you guys probably should not be wasting your money on sports. So this was the free play I gave out for CS2, guys. Blue-White just did not have a very good game. Almost everybody else on his team went over. I think it was like 3 of them went over and 2 guys went under. And Blue-White was one of those guys. Marks actually ended up going over. This was another one where it was almost going into a big overtime, but it ended. And what I mean by that is, guys, if CS2 games go to overtime, they have to tie the rounds 12-12 exactly. So out of 24 rounds, they each have to get 12. That is, I mean, you might hear that and go, that sounds really rare. It actually happens more than you would think. But when games almost go into overtime, that means that it's probably a 13-10 or 13-11. Which means it was sitting at 12-10, and if one team had just won a couple more games, it would have been overtime. But the team ahead actually just won a game and then ended it. So that means there's less game time out there. So it was good that we cashed out this one, and this was one more that we cashed out. This was early yesterday or early Wednesday morning, and then these two are, I think, going live right as I'm recording this video. So very soon, hopefully we can cash out this 4-man. And guys, the great thing about taking 4-mans is that if we hit that 1 4-man, here, I'm just trying to go back. If we hit that 1 4-man, this is paid for, 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 and we're up 2 extra units. That is the insane thing about 4-mans, guys. So you guys might look at this and go, this guy loses a lot more than he wins. All you got to do is hit 1 4-man and you are back in the green after a kind of rough day like that. So that's the strategy. And now let's get into the plays for today. I'm rambling on a little bit, but I really want you guys to understand the strategy. I'm 1000% transparent on this channel. I don't want to just show you guys a couple plays and then leave, because then you don't know why we're even taking them. So we're going to go for a couple plays in this video. First up, in the NBA, I got Jimmy Butler under 6.5 assists and Luka over 8.5 assists. So I always like to just see what these lines are looking like on PrizePicks. We got Luka over 8 assists, and then Jimmy Butler doesn't even have his assist line up, but you can't assume that it would be around 6 or whatever. I don't know. He doesn't have his assists prop up. So Number one, we're getting a half assist on Luka, so that's great value. And then Jimmy Butler on the under. The reason we like Jimmy Butler, first of all, is because it's a just straight up value play. What I mean by that is that there are, like a dozen other sports books that some of these AIs take into account. And when the AI looks at all those other sports books and goes, okay, well, every single one of them have Jimmy Butler at 6 assists or 5.5 assists. Why would Dabble, which is this app, have it up at 6.5 assists? Go ahead, lock that in, take the under. This is a great value play. And if you guys are just taking regular plays, you're probably not going to get good value on it. That's why we're taking Jimmy Butler right here. Luka Doncic over 8 assists is also a good value play. If you lock it in on PrizePicks and he gets 8 assists, you lose, but everybody on Dabble gets the push, which means they don't lose their money. That is always a good thing to see. In addition to that, I just like Luka over right here. Against the Bucks, there's no LeBron. He will obviously have the ball in his hands, probably more than anybody else on the floor. If you guys looked at that game against the Nets that they ended up losing, Luka did have a good game. I'll just show you guys the stats real quick. This was the one I'm talking about. 22 points, but he had 12 assists, 12 rebounds, and then against the Celtics, he was doing the scoring a lot, but that's because LeBron was in. And then before that, 12 assists, 15 assists, 9 assists. So in the last 5 games, Luka's hit this 4 times, and now the number 2 guy, let's be real, LeBron James is not in for this game. So this is a great play for Luka right here. If you guys are not on Dabble yet, easiest app to get onto, literally the easiest one. If you guys are sitting on PrizePicks, just sitting on one app and going, I don't want to get another app, that sounds like a lot to set up. Dabble is the exact opposite of that. All you got to do is download this app right here. They're going to ask you for your name and a promo code. You lock in code FFBAM, and then you are just going to get $10 in your account for free. You don't have to deposit. You don't got to do nothing. Once you download the app, type in code FFBAM, you're going to get $10 into your account for completely free. And if you never want to deposit, that's just fine. They're not going to make you deposit. You put in your $10. If you place it on this slip and it hits, you're $30 richer. That is the best thing and the easiest way you can make $30. And honestly, it's just a little bit of fun. Literally risk-free as well. So yeah, that's all I got on the NBA, but I got some more plays for you guys coming up. First up, we're going to talk about the winnable. The winnable is where I send out free plays and VIP plays. So if you guys are watching this, I got a VIP Picks promo code for you. I don't know why that took me so long to say. You go to subscribe, and then once you type in code BAM, you're going to get the VIP for half off. So that is a great value right there. And the VIP has been doing all right recently. I'm not going to hype it up and say the VIP has been crazy recently. But if you check back out our videos around 1.5 to 2 weeks ago, you guys will see the true value of the VIP. We have been going crazy. And if you guys are not trying to do all that, just hop on the free plan. Literally completely free. Click subscribe, put your name, put your email. You are good to go. And what does this do? This allows me to send you guys screenshots of my plays. I send so many of these every single day, mostly to the VIP. But of course, I hook you guys up on the free plan as well. That is the first link in the description of this video. And it's also been on screen this entire time. Now, the CS2 2-man of the day, we're taking Fiku on the under at 17 headshots and HFA on the under at 17 headshots. So, Apogee and OG just played literally yesterday. They played 4 games yesterday in a long series. And Apogee actually took 3 out of those 4. And OG are the favorites in this game. So, this is one of those ones where usually we would take the overs because both of these teams are relatively evenly matched. But this is where you got to use, your intuition sometimes. These lines are so ridiculously high because everybody's taking the over because these teams are closely matched. These guys just played each other yesterday, and 2 of those games went in overtime. 2 of them did not. This is one of those times where you really just have to take the unders because sometimes even in an overtime game, the unders can hit if the lines are way too high, like I believe these ones are right now. So take Fiku on the under, take HFA on the under, and I already got the NBA play for you. That's all I got for the video. Let's cash out on NBA Thursday. Let's get it.